Evening all, and welcome back to Factory Town Season 7 Episode 4, where we've got a decent little town going on here, but we need to expand. We need to get more. We are making some red coins, which is pretty good, but we need a lot more of them. We need 250 to upgrade the base. We also need iron plates, and iron plates are going to be the complicated thing because they require, well, a forge, although we can make the forge right now, can't we? I think that's the thing that we... no, we haven't. We need the forge. Forge requires metallurgy. Okay. So we can do that. We can research metallurgy there. And that will unlock the forge and a lot of other mechanical style things, which we're going to need in the future. So let's do that. That's going to use some of our red coins. So we're not going to have the 250, but that's fine because we need iron as well, so that's not a problem. What I would like to do, however, is move some things around and change some things up, because we are in a situation where we're kind of trapped here, and it would be nice to get out and expand out and see what we can do. So let's have a look, see as to where we can go. A nice island down here. I mean, we could put all the houses down here, have House Island, and yeah, I kind of like that idea. We'll have House Island. We got a stone. We got stone over here. We got stone down here as well, so that won't be a problem. So we can remove the stone. So, what if we move the houses down here? Had them doing their thing. Now the markets have quite a large range, so could get them in the centre and cover pretty much the whole area, so that's not an issue as well. Awesome. So yeah, we'll do this. Okie dokie. So first and foremost, I would like to stop you, please. You'd be so kind. And we want to move the general store, and we want to stop the farm. So I want to move the general store over here, and we want to move the farmhouse over here as well. So that means I kind of want to stop little fisherman. And deliver that one fish, and then he will stop. That'll be fine. So I'm going to wait for... Well, the grain mill is going to have to change slightly because we're moving things around, but that's not a problem. So let's move this out of the way. We'll put this over here, and then we will move all our houses, which we can do by pressing tab and just select to the lot, and then press move. You can pick them all up in one go, so that makes life a lot easier for us. Plonk. Also grabs the path as well. Didn't realise that. Did not realise it grabbed the path as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to double up the what is going on there? No. There we go. Off. Now they're all connected to that, although this one isn't because that path is too high. So we're going to have to do a little bit of groundkeeping here, because I need a path in there. So let's clear out an area around it a little bit, and let's go into the build menu, and we'll go into tools. Get rid of that on there, and you see we have terrain block up, down, flatten, which is all very useful. It does require red coins, and we don't have enough red coins, so we're no longer selling any red coins. So we can't actually do that then, because we're not making red coins right now. That's a bit of a problem. Okay. Tell you what we can do. We can do something like that. Yeah, that's getting all of them. Awesome. 8 houses and 8 houses. Awesome. There we go. So, if we're no longer selling anything for red coins, we need to figure that out. Get our red coins back. And just clearing up some of the area over here so I can get some more buildings and things in here, which is what we're going to need. So, okay, so we've got plenty of this here. I'm just gonna. Oh, I can't move a barn. Can't move a barn when it's got storage inside it. I must remember that. Okay, because what I want to do is I want to expand this farm a bit. I want to see where this up. We've got more tiles in the water here. We can't raise them up yet because I need more red coins for that. That's fine. But we want to expand this farm and want to make it more effective. And to do that, we want to put down some farm tiles. That's what we were getting at last episode. We wanted to get the fertilizer, which we've got inside this barn here. But mouse over it, we've got 100, not quite 100, 82 of them. So that should be okay. It should be okay. So what we can do is we can just plant these down here like this. So they can't be put on slopes, so we either need to flatten the land out or just ignore the slopes. I'm thinking for now I'm just going to ignore them. There we go, that should do. Now we've run out of fertilizer. So what that will do is now this has got farmland as well. The yield will be 40. So when it grows next time, after it's been chopped and used up, it will get 40, which is much more effective. Ideally, I would like to smooth the land out, but as I said, we need red coins for that. Can't really do that right now. But that's fine. That's fine. Not a major problem. Let's move that over there. Let's set this to just doing. Actually, no. Let's set this to just doing animal feed. We'll put you back there. Then you can carry on doing what you're doing absolutely fine. Because that's not a problem. That's animal feed now. So we need another farm somewhere. We haven't really got. There's nowhere else that has any affinity with corn that I can see. Nope. So we need to split this off and have another grain mill over here. And this grain mill is going to do the flour. And we can do that. We can do that quite easily. So what I'll do is I'm going to split that off from there and run it straight along to there. Plop. There we go. And that'll work. That'll give us flour here. And then we just need to run the flour over to the general market over there. Which I think I'm going to do with wagons to start with. This again will all be sort of, we need to have a better established way in and out of here. But I really want to wait till we get some red coins so that I can actually start manipulating the land a bit. Because I don't want to do too much terraforming. But I would desperately like to flatten that line out there so that we can have these houses connect properly. Flatten a bit out here and maybe flatten that there so that we can have a bridge over. That sort of thing. And we also need to sell planks here. And again, we can do that. We've got plenty of people, so we can just grab another forester there. In fact, what I'm going to do with him, I think, yeah, I'm going to remove 3 trees there, and then you're going to be moved back, set into there. So now he has access to many more trees. It doesn't actually tell me how many he has access to. 54 trees. 54 trees, pretty good. And then we'll move this lumberyard to just in front of him. And then we will move the wagon here. We'll also copy the wagon. And we will go, hey, would you take that and set it to there? And would you take flour and set it there? Okay. That should work. That should work. And then we can remove this here. Trying to free up a little bit of space. Kind of crowded right here at the moment. But this is the only place we've got grain. So it's the only place I can do it. So let's increase the workers in this again. And I don't need 5 workers in there anymore. Let's put it down to 1 because it's no longer doing 2 things. So this will fill up and we'll get a priority on animal feed. Now we don't use as much animal feed as we're making. We make 1 every 2 seconds and we're using 2 every 6 seconds, so 1 every 3 seconds. So we will have a surplus of animal feed. That's fine because we want to establish more cloth. Not going to be a problem. Not going to be a major problem. There we go. So you're going to get that. Now, what I really want to do is have a storage for this. Because otherwise, this is going to fill up with 10. And by the time this wagon gets back here, it would have not. It would have run out of space to put things in, so it won't do as much. It'll stop working. That's what I'm trying to say. If its output fills up, it stops working. Doing its thing. I don't think that wagon's going to get back there in time to. Yeah, it may do, but having a storage isn't going to hurt us anyway. So let's do that, and then we'll have you take flour from there. So that can store 200 flour, so we have plenty in storage should we need it. You are. You need to speed up a little bit because you're not keeping up with the lumber mill. Of course, every time we put in a wood planks, we're using the coin straight away in our research to research up metallurgy, which is fine. Which is fine. So we can wait for that. We can wait for that to be done. Then. I don't think we have to worry too much about the red coins because we can always manipulate the ground afterwards. But we are going to need somewhere for a forge, which I think here could work for forges. We have cotton as well, which can make cloth. We can sell cloth as well, can't we? That's yeah, that sells for 3 coins. So we could potentially be selling our cloth as well. I think we will do that, but not right now. We'll do the cloth thing when we establish a road. We'll start selling that off. So let's see where the road would go. Let's just have a quick nosy through where the road would go. Up to here. Go across and it would come here. That's our road. Got plenty of wood, not all that worried about putting down paths and things. And we'll have the road come off the front of the. It doesn't matter because you can rotate this. It doesn't really matter. So, actually, if I have it come off this way, that means I'm not chopping down so many trees. There. There we go. There we go. So, and then we'll just chop down these trees. It does cost money to chop down trees. It costs the yellow coins to chop down trees, 10 yellow coins a time. So if you go mad removing resources, then you're going to have a bad time probably. There we go. If we establish that road there, that is our main road. That's the road that's going to go up here, and then it's going to go to the town. I could put the road in right now. It will just look a bit weird like here. Although that works, I'm not a fan of it because it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. So that's going to be our road there, and then we'll take cloth from the base and we'll sell it in there for red coins. We do need red coins. Let's just do it now. Let's just do it now, and we can always change it at a later date. Not a big deal. Always change it. I don't know. Oh, there's a yeah. Can't do anything about that. That's what I mean. It does weird things sometimes, but oh well. Let's grab a wagon. We'll say, hey wagon, would you sell cloth to there? Can you can do that, yes, awesome. I'm not sure about the ranges on them. I know there was a limit at one point where if you go too far with them, they don't work properly, but I think that's been changed over time, so the ranges are actually pretty good now. You're selling that. Also, we've unlocked Metallurgy, which is exactly what I want, or Metallurgy. So we have a forge. Cool, cool, cool. Let's get into that. So we have coal here. Coal is used to as a fuel source. Wood can also be used as a fuel source. Let me build a forge. We can build a forge. Let me show you how the forge works. So here is a forge. Lovely little forge building, and it smelts materials down. To you can. It costs yellow coins to smelt the iron down into plates and irons. I'm not sure why it doesn't cost any coins to smelt gold or steam pipes. That's a bit weird, but we'll get to them later. Yeah, so it takes 2 ore, 2 fuel, and 4 seconds with 2 yellow coins to make an iron plate. So you need to feed it with enough stuff. Fuel is a bit of a weird thing because, as you can see there from the numbers, different things give you different fuel. So it's not 2 ore and 2 coal. It's technically 2 ore and half a coal to smelt 1 iron plate. So you've got to bear that in mind when balancing stuff, that depending on what you're using, depends on how effective the fuel system works. So, but we want iron plates. We have coal here, but iron is right over here. Right over here, right out the way. And a bit awkward. So we need to bring this coal, this iron, down here, or we need to bring that coal over here to make the stuff. Now we could put our forges up here and then cart the coal over. It's probably better to move the coal long distance than it is the iron, because it said coal is worth 4 fuel, so you don't need it as often. So the longer, if that's a longer route, that's not such a bad thing. And coal can be run on chutes as well, so you haven't got to worry about that. Can we make a silo? No, we cannot. We need iron plates for that. Silos are just like crates. They store only 1 item in them, but they have 100 storage. They're not usable for the crafting, so you can't. They're not like a barn. But the advantage of them is that they are 3 tiles high, so you can put stuff in them at ground level and pop out 3 tiles high, which means that they can go above roads and other bits and pieces. Very, very, very useful things for if, for instance, I put a silo here and then ran a chute off of it, it would block this road. But because I can run it 3 high, it cannot block the road. It can run across above the trees and wouldn't be a big problem. Wouldn't be a huge problem. But we need some iron for that to start with. So let's go to our structural blocks, and let's put in some more wooden bridges here. So we will establish wooden bridges across to there. We'll put in a crate right here, and we'll get 2 workers. Would both of you be so kind as to fill up that crate? Awesome. Then we get a wagon. I'll make the wagon. You be so kind as to put into there, and you make me iron plates. There we go. And now we need coal as well. We need coal or any form of fuel. Doesn't have to be coal. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start with wood. Just establish, just to get a bit of iron going. The barn in. Bearing in mind I can't move the barn once it's got stuff inside. Add it there. And there we go. We've got our first iron plate. 2 iron plates. 3 iron plates. Awesome. Awesome. And we're out of people. We're full up of people. And yellow coins. See, our yellow coins are dropping very, very, very quickly. So, if we run out of yellow coins, it's going to cause us a problem. A large, large problem. So, we need to get more. And I think we've kind of hurt ourselves by moving this over here. well, what I can do is I can get a second. Well, I would get a second wagon to do it, but I don't have any people or coins to buy a second wagon now. So that's a problem. Also, our foresters use yellow coins as well, which I forgot about. The foresters use yellow coins to chop down trees. So we've got a forester here and a forester here, and now a forge here. So yeah, we're running low. We're running low on. How can we fix this? How can we fix this? Well, we can definitely sell more. We can definitely sell more. In fact, we can change this up completely to sell more. And we can also get more crops from it. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let me show you what I've got an idea here. So can't really run a move that to there, and then run a road up to there, and then that will connect to. Now it says 7 houses. Why does it say 7 houses? Because that is not established. That's a problem. Oh, now you're 8 houses. Awesome. There we go. Yeah, that house was not actually connected. It was probably connected because it covered the area. The area around this, if any path touches that, it can use that path as well to export out. So what I can do is we can run a chute here. This is going to look awful. This is going to look absolutely awful, but it's a means to an end. So we can drag out a chute from a higher point. You see here, I've established a higher point here by using the wooden pillars. You can build up to a certain height. You can only go 3 tiles high, so you've got the ground tile. You can go up 1, that would work. 2 will work, and 3 will work. The 4th one won't work. If you go 4 high and then try and pull out the barn, it doesn't connect to the barn. It's not actually not there. So you can only go 3 tiles high. So that's the maximum height. And I don't generally like doing this sort of thing where it's looks like scaffolding going up. What I prefer to do is I prefer to put in wooden scaffolding and then a wood arch on top. It just looks like a top plate. And bearing in mind, this doesn't actually use physics, so you can build a thing floating in midair. It's not a problem. Not a problem at all. One other thing I'd like to make a note of is when pulling across chutes in midair, it depends on what material you use to start the process off with. And by that I mean, right here, we pulled this across this water without any. It started on ground and it pulled across. So it's put the scaffold block underneath. Scaffold blocks look like that. They're just solid blocks, and there is a difference between them and the wooden arch. Not just visually, but actual important difference. If I run a chute like so, and then I want to put another block on top of it. If I was to put a scaffold block inside there, it won't fit for one. We're not allowed to do that. But if you put a wooden arch, you can. However, that will block the block underneath it. It won't let anything flow underneath it because it blocks it. If I don't cancel the right thing. If you put wooden pillars around it, then you're raising up by 1 level, which means it's got space underneath to move. But then if you put the scaffold block, because it's got that line at the bottom, it's got that support at the bottom, it would also block the stuff coming through. This is why I prefer to use wooden arches, because they don't. They allow blocks to travel underneath them. So you can have 2 high, it's not a problem. And that's kind of the best you can do coming out of a building, is you have 1 on the ground level and then 1 2 blocks high. You can't do another one because that would make it 4 blocks high or 5 blocks high, and you can't go up that high, so it doesn't work that way. So the scaffold blocks and the wooden arches are different. But if I put a scaffold block down, we'll put a wooden block down. I'll even put a stone wall down as well, like that. If you grab a chute and drag it off and hold control, it stays at the level you're currently at. So it stays at the level that you're at, or it stays at that level. If you don't hold control, it will go down to the whatever level your mouse is at, or it will figure out whatever the best sort of path is for it. And you see there, it's filled that all with scaffold blocks. If I do it from the wooden arch and hold control as well, it's filled them all with wooden arches instead. So the block you start on matters. Same with the stone brick. If you do it with stone brick, it fills it with stone brick. So just by establishing one block, like if you want to travel across water and wanted this to be stone brick, by putting one block here and then dragging along, it will fill all of it with stone brick. So, something to bear in mind. More importantly, that if you're just dragging a chute across near other chutes and it's putting the scaffold blocks down, it may well cause you to go up some of your lines somewhere. So, but what I want to do is I want to come out of the barn. I'm going to hold control to keep it up at this height, so it goes above the stone. And it's going to go through the trees. So what we'll do is we'll go this way. This way. So over here, and then from there I'll drag into there, and that will give me a fantastical line which goes from the barn into the food market. The barn automatically has a grabber on it, and the grabber is just set to no filter because the barn doesn't have a filter on it. So that will grab the flour, because flour can run on a chute, and we'll deposit it in there, and then this can sell to the houses, giving us more monies, which is awesome. And I'm kind of doing this because I want to empty this barn out, because I need to move it. And you can't move a barn that's got stuff inside, so a bit of a problem there. I also want to do that same trick right here. So if I remove this line here, we can then put in more corn underneath it, which gives us more of everything. And we can put in some farm tiles as well. We've got loads more. Oh, we've got no money for it, but that's fine. We got it. And what we can do is we can, well, you can't establish on top of a farm tile. That's a bit of a problem. You can't actually put things on top of the farm tiles. But you can come out to here, away from where the farm has influence. Build your little platform. Run the conveyor about the chute backwards, holding control, like so. And run it into there. And then simply you can either put a grabber here or just remove that one and then drag out again. Yep, and that'll work. And then we want to do the same this way. So we'll run it this way. Well, and it's not going to go into there at the moment. It's going to go elsewhere when we establish moving things around. Now you see here, the food market is full. It's got 20 in storage, and every house has brought something and doesn't have any space for any more. So this is backed up, which means we were making way more than we needed. But we are empty. We are empty on the barn, which is awesome. Exactly what I want. Excellent. Right. You know what? You dump in there. Just drop it in there for a minute. Go on. Pop. There we go. And now we can move the barn, because it's not full. We'll remove all that there. I want to move the grain mill up here, much closer. Even to be honest with you, I want to move it like right here somewhere. Much closer to the to where the actual food market is going to go. And we're going to run this line of grain all the way over to it. Now, it's not going to work as it currently is. Because if I remove this line here, this is where the spaghetti chute system starts coming in. But again, this will be changed over time, so it's not a problem. But if I run this along here, it's going to level up here with the ground, and then it's going to hit the bridge. And we really don't want it to hit the bridge because we need oh, it's smart enough to go up and over the rocks. Oh, cool. Okay, I was wondering what was going on there. Oh, didn't really mean to do that, but that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, we need this to come along and to not hit the bridge. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this to this side over here. And what we'll do is we will move the general store over there, and then we'll move the food market to here, and that'll work. That'll work for us. That'll work. That'll do exactly what we need to do. And we'll plug that into there. There we go. And you see, because I started on ground, it's put the scaffold blocks in instead of the arches. So just bear that in mind. It's an important thing to bear in mind with what you're doing with your town. If you're trying to have lots of spaghetti chutes all over the place, then it's not really a big problem. But if you're not trying to have spaghetti chutes all over the place, then it is a problem. This is another thing as well. This wagon is coming from here, going along to here and back again. So if I put a chute in here, it's going to block his journey. He can't take this route anymore. So what we need to do, I'm going to run a path down for him as well, make him a bit faster. What we're going to do is we're going to go up one, up to there, and we're going to have the chute come out and go down like that. There we go. Another thing about chutes that I haven't mentioned is that gravity affects them. So actually having the chute go downhill makes the products go faster. So that's a good thing. You can kind of do things in an interesting way with that, as in you could have them go downhill to speed up as they come out of a building, which is quite a quick way of doing things. So you can have the building point straight down to just speed them up and keep them going. Another principle is the longer the distance they travel, then the faster they become. But they slow down at corners. You see here, they all slow down at corners, but this is speeding up. If you go fast enough, you can go uphill. Maybe once or twice. It's a bit difficult to do, but it is possible. But yeah, there's our long grain chute running. The long grain chute. And we can upgrade the base again because we have the 40 iron plates. So let's do that and see what we unlock. The apothecary. Whoa, we're getting into stuff that we haven't even touched the tavern yet, so we will see. We will see. Okay, so we're going to leave this here, and we shall come back next time and carry on from there with something else. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.